Alright guys, new mountain, and I'm here with my best buddy Jacob. We're about to try this. We're at Mount Snow. It's my first time being in Vermont. Kind of foggy, so I can't really see the mountain, so it's gonna be exciting to get there.
That's what makes it better.
Yes, a little bit scary, but yeah, this is my first time actually going snowboarding with a snowboarder in these videos, so it's gonna be interesting. He hasn't, he hasn't gone in 2 years, so, you know, Jacob is a seasoned snowboarder, but it's been a while.
By season, we mean like 3 years apart at a time.
Yeah, we'll see. Yeah,
what's up, everybody?
Usually straight lines. You know, the fact that you can't see anything, wild.
I guess it's not the back of the mountain, it's like the side. See, it's all black, it's like Olympic, foam, timbers, shoot challenger, free fall, all those.
Yeah.
But you gotta get up to the top first from here. So it's shorter runs, but it's like there's no people and you just quickly go
true.
up and down. Let's do some of the blue ones down.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like go all the way down and then go up and then stay up there. Oh shit, that line looks crazy. Yeah, he's right.
He hits the mogul, he jumps over like 3 of them, and he's like...
So that's how you do it.
That's how you do the moguls, just skip all of them.
No.
We were just cracking up so hard.
Well, it's a different vibe, you know.
Yeah, best way to do moguls. Skip over them entirely.
just send it, dude.
Send it.
All right, guys. Condition super foggy right now. There's a lot of people. I'm not used to this many people here. It's a great sign. It's a good mountain.
I want to go Maine. We'll do Maine first.
What's Maine? Lodge?
I like to Lodge, yeah. Just one time.
All right, we're going down Lodge.
What's up, guys? So, the best conditions I've seen thus far, I think, is Mount Snow so far. So the biggest challenge for me for a while has been putting on my snowboard binding without taking my gloves on. So this is a new experience for me and a learning experience as well.
We went to Mount Snow on February 28 on a Sunday. That's why you could see there's a lot of people in the morning trying to catch the early runs. Not as many people that I usually see on social media, but I feel like everyone knew the weather condition of today. We waited about 10 minutes to get to the lift, which is faster than I expected. I believe it rained before this day, so the conditions were a bit icy, slushy, but that didn't stop us from having fun because this is my first time in Vermont and I haven't snowboarded with Jacob in over 3 years, so we made the most of it. We basically stayed the whole time until the park closed. I mean, I feel like we had to because these lift tickets are expensive. Spent about $150 for just one day. Learning wise, I learned a lot by going with a snowboarder this time, and he also taught me a lot of things that I didn't realize I was doing wrong, and we'll break down that more on this video.
Well, I didn't know there were moguls. I ate shit on my butt. This popped up and I was like, fuck. So I had to chase after it.
This is my first time snowboarding while it's raining, so I didn't know a lot of the technical problems I was going to have this day. So there's going to be some parts where the Insta360 is not going to have sound because a lot of snow is built up to the microphones, and most of the footage from the GoPro are useless because as soon as I start riding, or Jacob start riding, the lens would get filled up with the sticky snow. This is our first black diamond run. It was a very icy. What's cool about this mountain is that on the right side, the trails are very thin, so like just seeing the trees pass by you, it looks like I'm going fast. It's just the wide angle of the lens. At most, we probably went to like 35 miles per hour, maybe hitting upper 30s. Technique wise, I think I'm doing a really good job by listening to a lot of my advice that I've been saying for the last 3 videos. I've been very good at putting my weight on the front foot when I do toe side, and you could see here, maybe it's not too obvious, but my shoulder is more squared to my snowboard, so I'm really happy about that. Well, one thing I would have to critique is that my backhand is still flinging. I'm also still trying to learn how to carve at the bottom of these runs, but with conditions like this, it's kind of very hard. And at the same time, I just wanted to enjoy the mountain. Learning how to carve is still very tiring for me, and even though I didn't do much of it today, I still got very tired near the end.
Yeah, like iffy conditions here at Mount Snow today.
Yeah, I think they didn't really treat this side of the mountain, unfortunately.
Well, I think it just rained last night, so they didn't have time. So maybe while they were treating it, more rain came down and they can't really, because they're gonna open soon, you know. Yeah, I was skidding all the time, dude. I was like I was toe side for like maybe 50 feet. And then heel side for another 50 feet,
Yeah.
dude. That was rough.
Like right here.
Yeah, that was me.
Instead, we're just making the trail even worse. We're just literally like.
I know,
any
dude.
snow left away.
I know. I'm gonna do this. Because I had this problem before, and then I said it on the video, and people started helping me. Like, maybe this is better. So thanks, guys, for this. Actually helps. You wanna try it out? Yeah.
Okay.
All right, guys. So that was me. Yeah, I mean, we were fast. Well, no, we were falling, but we were falling fast. Yeah.
Since this is my second mountain I've ever been to this season, I'm beginning to notice a difference in the grading of the trails. Because to me, Bel Air has steeper black diamonds than Mount Snow. So it was a bit strange seeing all the black diamonds and then not getting the steepness that I would usually get in Bel Air. If anything, these black diamonds in Mount Snow are a lot longer. But yeah, to me, they just feel like a little bit steeper than a blue. I was able to get comfortable speed on a lot of these black diamond runs. My goal is to eventually get comfortable enough with these black diamonds and doe black diamond runs so that when I do go to a more challenging mountain that I can test my boundaries and see if I can do their hardest trail and really explore the mountain, because I wouldn't really have any boundaries or limitations of what trail I can try. I am aware that there are some trails that it's mandatory cliff drops and you kind of have to straight line it down, but I think that's a bit too extreme on my part and probably a bit too risky for me to try to work up to. But you know, just below that, and I'll be happy. I consider myself a thrill seeker, but I'm on the more cautious side of things. Here I was really regretting not putting on my goggles, but if I put it on now, I would not see at all because my eyes are so used to the brightness.
All right, guys. So we tried that run again. Obviously, now that we know it's icy, I was a bit more careful, knew where to turn and stuff.
Right.
But it started hailing, so
That's.
I was squinting the whole time.
I know.
And half of the time, I literally had to stop because I couldn't see, so I just had to stop.
It just feels like that, like Microsoft screensaver where you're just going into the stars.
Yeah.
Except each one is a bit.
Yeah. We thought the other lift was open, but we went down, it's closed. All right, so we're gonna try this one again. This lift is actually great because it's so fast, like no waiting time basically.
Yeah, I have no idea why this is the case, but if anyone in the comments wants to say, why do most goggles come in the form of yellow? Like, I guess it's just to reflect off the sun, but then for a while you don't even see where the ice patches are.
Well, there's actually different goggles
color.
shade for different weather.
Really? People switching it out like that?
Yeah, dude, you've never
Wow.
seen it? Like, they have the more
money.
advanced one's magnetic, so you just pop it off and pop a new one in.
Mid-run, just the conditions change.
Dude, you kind of have
Power
to,
up,
dude.
plus 10.
Yeah.
Visibility.
Ooh,
Wanna
maybe
see
it's
a
one
guy-
of those, shoop, shoop, yeah, like a touchscreen.
Yeah.
That'd be sick.
Oh,
No, that'd be too expensive.
Start recording.
Yeah.
Alright, let's do it.
Yeah, just make sure to extend it. Alright, have fun, brother.
As the day progressed and more snow was able to stay on the trails, our runs are becoming more fun. And I think in this trail is the time that we started to really have fun. Still icy conditions, like the piece of ice that you see on Jakub's snowboard, but it's getting better. We're still skidding and falling from ice patches here and there, but it's better than the first two runs, so it's an improvement.
Well, welcome on this journey of going upward. Definitely making it into the video. Let's need to this abomination.
It looked like Jakub sent it on this run, but unfortunately we didn't get the speed. We were hoping the GoPro would have it, but it seems to me that the GoPro app took out the speedometer options to overlay on your videos. You can really hear him enjoying this run. But yeah, compared to my snowboarding, Jakub is more upright. His legs aren't bent as much. I think that might be because his ankle binding angle is not as steep as mine. It's more of upright. So I might need to change that on my next run so I don't feel as tired on my quads. He also looks more relaxed. Compared to my movement, his snowboarding looks more synchronized.
Something, eat it?
No. Yo, I was going too fast. I didn't make the turn. I'm seeing like my last.
We took a quick granola bar break, and we also got to fix our boots. It started to snow more at this point instead of hail or rain, and we went further out into the side of the mountain to find this gem of a trail, guys. This was our best trail of the day. If you guys can see on the top of the ground, it's starting to be more powder conditions, and when we start going down, we started to feel the catch of the snow. It felt great. Our sprays were powder-like. At this point in my season, this was the best snow I've ever felt. In this camera angle, you get to see me snowboard without the Insta360, and you could really see how much bent my legs are. I feel like I should only bend my legs during a turn and be more upright in between turns. I mean, let me know what you guys think about this posture so far. I think I have a lot to learn still. My arm is still out, counterbalancing. I think that just might be a tendency from holding the Insta360 on my backhand on my previous videos. But you could see that I'm using my shoulder a lot to go on my toe side, which is a very conscious thing for me to do because it's not automatic yet. Hopefully it will be. I can also see that I'm forcing some of my turns instead of using my body weight management.
Conditions are getting better. Still icy, but the snow that's coming down, I feel like our runs are becoming better. Yeah, it's still hard to see the terrain.
Yeah,
because it's so flat.
What are your guys'? I just wanted to know. Drop in the comments below. What are your favorite trails on Mount Snow or any mountain for that matter?
I'm so new to snow. Like, I mean, I've gone here and there, but like there was like a 3-year gap in between, so I couldn't really retain as much learning.
Yeah.
So this is the first season that I'm like going a lot. Dude, this is my 5th, 6th time going this season.
That's great. This season.
Next season, I'm gonna try to make this like a more common winter hobby. Maybe like try to go at least 3 times. Yeah, that was a nice jump. You'll see that. Too.
Yeah. They'll see everything.
It's good that Vermont is somewhat close to New York. You know, it's probably the better mountain close to New York.
Quite a few out here. I think Stratton also. It might be Killington as well.
Yeah, no, there's tons here. This is a good. You picked a good one. I know chemo tomorrow. I'm psyched about that. Thanks.
This was another great run, and studying from this angle when I eventually put the camera in front of me, that my posture has improved from before. I am more upright, which allows me to be more balanced over my board, and I look a lot more comfortable. This is also the fastest I've ever been, and don't get fooled by what you see. Like I said before, the wide angle lens makes it seem really fast. I said before that the fastest I've went to in this day was low 30s or high 30s, was because when I did track my speed in Bel Air, my top speed was 31. And this run just feels a little bit above that speed. So maybe I did get faster, we'll see. Next time I will use the app in order for me to track the speed, but I felt fast, confident, and in control. So like all those 3 together, it really makes me appreciate snowboarding a lot more. I'm also happy to know that I can finally keep up with Jakub, because the last time we went 3 years ago, he was waiting for me for like a minute or 2, and he's still a bit faster than me on some of these runs, but he only has to wait seconds instead of minutes. So it feels like I improved a lot in the past 5 runs that I've done this season.
I think that was the best run so far for me. I mean, there was that one spot where I was like, this is the steepest spot. I speed checked as I was pointing downhill. So yeah, I think for my technique, on my toe side, I'm leaning more forward, so that helps a lot. I'm still flailing my arms when I'm speed checking, heel side. I'm just like, oh, you know, I need to keep my balance.
It looks like you're trying to take flight, like you're flying squirrel.
Oh, is that what I look like?
Yeah.
Yeah, right. I'm just like stopping and I'm just like keeping balance, which I think is good.
My biggest thing is just trying to figure out how to get over ice patches and not.
I mean,
not lose balance.
We're not supposed to. You know what I mean? Like no one's supposed to learn that. Yeah.
What do you mean? That's a very useful skill. Like,
it's a useful skill, but like,
I mean, it's not great, but there's probably an optimal way to go over a teacher.
I think it's just either going around it or just go through it.
Right. Sometimes whole mountains are fast.
It's gonna be a double feature with Jakub. He's gonna be on the video for Akimo, which is gonna come out probably a week after this. I was really scared going fast, not gonna lie. Like that was faster than my normal.
Right now, it's just one.
Yeah, like going down that one, that was just above my comfort zone.
Nice. That's how we like to keep it out here.
Yeah, but the good thing is, if I can keep getting used to that, my comfort zone is gonna start getting, you know.
Like I was saying, speed is a very scary thing to come across, and to go faster than what you normally do is a pretty scary thing, and it can also be dangerous because if you're going that fast and you don't know how to manage the speed, you're gonna start panicking and speed check, and that's when a lot of the dangerous falls can happen. So throughout my whole snowboarding journey, speed was always something I had to manage because the faster I go, the scarier it is. But at the same time, I feel like at certain speed, you have to execute a different technique to maintain that speed and to also be careful. When I was in the bunny hill in my previous video learning switch, I saw a lot of snowboarders, when they start to gain speed, they get so uncomfortable that whatever technique that they were just taught goes out the window because they're basically in survival mode, and whatever they need to do to stop, even though it's the bad technique, they will do it. I feel like that mentality can also be the same when you're an intermediate snowboarder. When you're stuck in a situation you're not used to, you go into survival mode where you just need to fall and stop yourself before you get too fast. So I think by going more and going a little bit faster than your comfort zone, but also being safe, you're gonna start learning that it's not as scary and that you have the right technique to slow yourself down if you need to.
Tomorrow, if the visibility is good enough, from Okemo, since it's a little further north than Mount Snow, you could actually see Mount Washington, which is the biggest mountain in the Appalachian Trail.
Really?
Yeah, and in the whole East Coast. No, sorry, Northeast.
Sorry, that's snowboard.
Sorry,
the skidding of the
cut
snowboarders.
it. Mount Mitchell in, I believe it's North Carolina, is the biggest one in the Appalachian mountain range. But I don't think you're going to get much snow there. That's North Carolina we're talking about. Oh, who knows? But the biggest one in the Northeast is Mount Washington, and you can see it. It's very
it's far
significant, away. I guess, because it's like the only one that doesn't that has a peak that's above the tree cover. So
so it's naked like up top.
Yeah, and apparently, it's been recorded to be the second windiest place in the world.
Shut the.
Swear to God, there's a like wind recording station in there. Richard Hammond, who does like Top Gear and all that. He made like an episode about it. But yeah, you'll go up there, and in the winter, there's like icicles, and they're perfectly horizontal.
That's like wild.
The wind blows like crazy. I don't know what the conditions are for it. It's not nearly one of the biggest mountains you guys have probably seen, but somehow the conditions match up to have it. It was a very
if it's like this, I don't think we'll see it.
Oh no!
Like if this is foggy tomorrow, we won't see it.
Yeah.
You guys don't see it, but it's partially hailing. Like it hurts my face if I don't have a ski mask.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, the day's getting better. I'm happy to see that. I think once we hit that, we'll hit every trail open on this side of the mountain. And bro, let's hit every trail, even the green. Let's hit it. You're already here. We'll work on a switch.
Nah. We'll hit some blues so we could practice.
Okay. If
green
we have
is
time.
Just standing still. That's like that little patch that you go to before the trails branch off. That's green. That's actually the hardest thing for snowboarding.
I know, because the slopes help
move it.
Yeah.
All right. Parking the granola bar because as I'm chewing, there's like a muscle in here. And it's like searing pain.
Oh no.
Oh. Yeah.
There's definitely ways to Oh dude. Did I make the wrong decision? All right. Give me that. No. It's good. It's good.
And that's how I missed the turn the last time.
Oh, my bad. Oh, you're good, bud. I'll just keep the GoPro in my pocket. That snapped out of my helmet. No, it's alright. Oh shit, now we missed the turn.
So last time I was just sliding, I didn't fall, but like I just watched the opportunity pass me by.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Alright, there it goes. The GoPro, guys. No more GoPro footage.
That's it? What do you mean, what happened?
The GoPro was fine, it's just I didn't bring an extra mount to put it on the helmet. But there is more GoPro footage on the next video when we go to Okemo. This trail did improve and got a bit more snow, so it wasn't as icy, but it was still very slippery and icy. But yeah, if you guys know how to get through icy trails, you know, sometimes literally the whole trail is icy, let me know how to go about it, because I know it's not the most enjoyable, but sometimes there's no other way to go down the trail than just go through the icy trail. Back to my technique, it feels really great to put my weight on the front foot when I do a toe side turn, because now I actually dig more into the snow and I feel a lot more control and I could avoid skidding as much. So it took a while for my body to finally click in with my brain, because I knew I was supposed to do that like 2 videos ago. It's just, you know, at times when you're going fast, you revert to your comfort riding style, even though it's wrong. I'm really happy that improvement made a big difference in my riding.
This new lift just opened, guys, and it's the slowest lift in the world.
Slowest lift ever. We just have to look at that one to realize it's going too fast.
I know. All right, we'll hit that one. Now, after we do this one that we like, let's go to the other side then.
Yeah. Okay.
Because I think there's more blacks. All right, guys, it is about to be lunchtime. We're gonna try a different. We're gonna do cloud 9 all the way to the bottom. Ready?
Don't worry guys, Jacob was fine after that little slip. When me and Jacob were first strapping in our snowboard, I realized that his binding angle is a bit different. His back foot is in 0 and his front foot is positive 15. So I'm really curious guys, because I know if you want to carve, you want to have both positive. Pretty big change for me. I'll try that eventually. But what does everyone find comforting? What are the binding angles that you guys are comfortable riding with? Because from watching other YouTubers, some of them like to do positive 15, negative 15, a more neutral stance. Some of them like to do positive 15, negative 9. I'm still trying to play and experiment with my binding angles to see where I'm comfortable with.
So bad. Did he fall? Or maybe did he already pass by me? That'd be so embarrassing. Okay, maybe I see it. I think that's it. I was like, the fuck, where is he? Okay, he's coming. You good? Alright, I think that was the best snow we've ever felt in this run so far. So we're gonna hit this blue run again. Try to bend my knees more.
If you guys are new to snowboarding, you should be aware how dangerous this sport is, because right here, it doesn't look that bad, but it sprained my shoulder and I still feel it today, 5 days after that fall. So as a snowboarder, you will fall more often. So it's very important to learn some techniques that will keep you safe. Be extra cautious, because I've heard a lot of horror stories of beginner snowboarders tearing their ACL, breaking their shoulder, popping their knee, breaking their collarbone. So it's good to know your limit before you go to a more advanced trail. My buddy Jakub, who I'm snowboarding with, is a music composer, so he wrote a little piece of us snowboarding in Mount Snow. Here it is. This snowboarder right here to the left of Jacob is what I eventually want to look like at the end of the season. He's doing quick turns and really angling his board to achieve those turns. It looks exhausting, but it looks pretty fun as well.
All right, it's nice to know that you can get lost in the mountain like this, which means they got a lot of trails.
This is an example when I should be riding down a steeper part of the hill instead of stopping it, because stopping before a steepness change makes your board stutter because you're adapting to the slope, which is really hard to do when you're doing a heel side stop. Instead, I should just ride through, pick up some speed, and when it starts to flatten out and get to a steepness that is consistent, that's when I should skid to my stop. That would prevent me from falling like that. But if there is a steep drop that you're not ready, it's smart to just fall on your butt, because if you're not ready for that, you might injure yourself by picking up unnecessary speed.
Oh, I am cramping. Oh. So close down. I could see the lodge. I know it's another 10 minutes though, so stay here for a bit. Oh, it gets me tired. It's the heel side turn, because I'm really bracing for it.
After the snowboarding trip, I realized why my legs cramp up a lot. One reason is because maybe I need to work out my legs. And another reason is that I'm bending my legs a bit too much. I know you're supposed to bend them at times when you have to initiate the turn or when you have to brace for it. And when I compare it to Jakub's pose, it looks like I use a lot more quads. But at the same time, I feel like having better quads is never a bad thing. So this is basically a forced workout.
All right, guys. Yeah. So this is my first serious mountain, and you can see I'm working up to it, you know, like.
No.
But the thing is, this hip like pad really saved my ass today. Holy crap! Yeah, so I recommend you guys having this hip thing. I know Mount Snow is not like the craziest mountain, but it's an upgrade for me. So I'm happy I'm getting my legs worth, and knowing it's like I'm almost at failure, you know. Dude, I literally could not. If I went down that hill and went, dude, my legs would be done.
I wonder if you're just using too much.
I think you just have a good quad, bro. You've always had fat quads.
Yeah, but I've never squatted that much, really. I don't really feel it in my legs that much.
Another thing that hurts at the end of the day is that the bottom of my feet, it starts to get really sore. Maybe I am flexing my board a little too much using the bottom of my feet, because Jacob did say that he doesn't really get sore in the bottom of his feet. And I did try to lean into the turn instead of forcing my feet to bend the board. But I feel like you need a little bit of both. I guess these two muscles, the quads and the bottom of the feet, are essential to snowboarding, and I just need to make them stronger. But here, guys, Jacob found a little forest trail. It was really icy, so it was not that enjoyable. He went in, I saw him, I got really jealous, so I followed after him, and I felt like I was ice skating with my snowboard.
So icy! Nice.
Yeah, dude.
What?
Let me fix my boot. This is a perfect place. No following, dude. I ate shit over there.
Inside? What you got in?
I got in. There was a tree in front of me. I tried to stop. It's ice here, right? So my board could have split in half. I hit that tree so hard. Holy shit.
Really?
Yeah.
I'll flip over.
Oh, you want to do the photo shoot here? Yo, hell yeah.
Yeah, where? Let's do it.
There's no
Where?
way.
Here?
You think you could just wiggle your way there? No way. You're crawling?
Yeah. It's fine.
It's fine.
Cutting that in the video. And we're out.
At this point in the day, we decided to cruise on a lot of the blues and try to find some side hits, and also not go too hard, because in the morning before lunch we did all the black diamonds that we can find. I actually found that blues hurt my legs more because it's such a long trail and it obviously takes longer to go down than a black diamond because it's not as steep. So I'm using a lot of turns and my legs and my quads are just getting pummeled. Every time I do a heel side turn, it hurts. So there's gonna be a point of the day where I'm prioritizing my toe side turn, or when I do a heel side turn, I'm more stood up or the weight is on my back leg. But here we experienced a really long flat. I tried really hard to maintain my speed by getting low, but by us not knowing how this trail goes, we had to unstrap and glide for another 100 feet. It was great, guys. Snowboarding problems. Honestly, I'm glad this happened because I actually had time to rest. I was cramping pretty badly at this point.
In our first glades, it was alright.
Bro, that was like unofficial glade.
Unofficial glades, but we could cross it off the list. What's the left? Terrain park? Did you see any thus far? We gotta get those little jumps going.
Okay.
Yeah, we gotta practice our jumps. Clearly. I was coming up to one, I thought it was going to be the greatest thing ever, you know, worthy of X Games, but I didn't even leave the ground, so that's where work needs to be done. But you can honestly, I see people that had setups just in their backyard where they do little mounds and they go down the little hill and they practice their jumps, you know, at least get a 180 out of that.
I mean, dude, you can make a jump if you get enough speed on some of these side hits.
If you get enough speed, you can jump anywhere.
Right there.
I don't like going off too far, like when it's like angled, but,
man,
oh no. That's
oh no,
that's skiing for you. You never know. Stay safe out there, everybody. Don't go too crazy on an icy day.
Yeah, I mean, it went from icy to perfect to slushy. We're on the slushy right now.
The slushy part of the day, but there's a lot more snow in this. In terms of just purely snowboarding, I'd say this is our second or third actual run. You know, before it felt just like ice skating.
Yeah.
With a snowboard.
Yeah,
So I don't think that's how it's intended, honestly.
Yeah, no, you're right. It felt great under the, like, I could catch.
Absolutely.
Some stuff up here, like there's some moguls that you can't see.
That's what makes them fun. Let's do let's do a really mogul-y path. What do they call that? Do they call it differently? Like
I think it's just ungroomed trails.
It's definitely groomed, like it's just perfectly made mounds though.
Oh, they do that on purpose?
Yeah. They definitely have those on purpose. I remember even just in like Hunter Mountain or something, there was one trail that was like that.
Oh yeah.
Those are usually the double blacks, so those are usually like intended for like a little bit of terrain.
But yeah,
that's a very official glade because I see a lot of trails going through the forest right there, right here between the trees.
Really quick. Oh, this is a shortcut. Nah, we're fucked. Look at that skier trying to go uphill. We can't do that on a snowboard. Dude.
No, definitely can't. Why? We need something to like propel us forward in these instances. We need like a little snowboard, you know, that's maybe like 200, 300, maybe more. What? Just a little propeller in the back, you know. You put
that chops off everything, bro. Now the skiers would definitely hate us.
Yeah, we have a little like fire running out of the back, just get some extra air time.
Yeah, not true.
Or like nitro boost, you know. It should be like those electric vehicles where when you brake, you get a little charge up.
Carry a fire extinguisher.
Melt the path for everybody. There's a whole trail in the sun.
Just go right behind you. Or like propellers behind us.
That's fine, yeah.
I think we have an hour left. I think I can squeeze it out, you know. The good thing is we have
more than an hour. I think we got a nice 5 runs in.
I did try, I'm more stood up now because I'm trying not to bend down.
Okay.
So that's helping a bit. That's how I could get down. I mean, that when you went into the forest, thank God you stopped. I was, bro. God. Yeah, I'm gonna push through it and then we'll see how it goes. Like, I'm really worried about tomorrow. Hopefully I could sleep through this and maybe it's the technique. Yeah, it's getting to the end of the day. The lifts are pretty much empty, which is great. No lines happening.
This is just a no-name lift, honestly.
Well, even the main lift down there, like we didn't have to wait on the line. I gotta find a technique that won't hurt.
Yeah,
that sounds stupid.
That's a good one. That's pretty useful.
Yeah. I think it's the best one. Technique-wise, guys, throwing it out of the room. Like I'm tired. I'm not bending my knees anymore. The only technique that I am doing actively is squaring more my shoulders to the board and then using my shoulder to like go more to the toe side, because before I would be like open like that, going to toe side. So, and then I'm leaning into my toe side turn now with my front legs. Really happy with the progress today. You know, this mountain is challenging me, so I know I could work up to more mountains and probably get more comfortable with this type of terrain and length of the black diamonds, because these are the longest black diamonds runs I've been to so far. Because usually in Bel Air, it's like black diamond, like maybe 200 feet, and then it becomes blue.
This is more or less my tired stance. You know, I'm more stood up. When I do my heel side turn or even toe side turn, I have more weight on the back leg, which you're not supposed to do, obviously. But yeah, at this point, we were just trying to explore the mountain, trying to go to the far side of the mountain that we haven't been to before. So this is just the blue that will take us there. I guess the lesson from this experience is to make my quads stronger and my feet stronger, because practicing bad technique when you're trying to go a little bit fast can cause you to catch some edges and fall a lot. And at the end of the day, you're more likely to fall because, like I said, you're tired and sometimes you don't really want to think about technique as much. But I want to be to that point where my muscles can keep up and the technique is so ingrained in my brain that it becomes automatic, even when I'm tired.
I think it's Glades or Park, but this is my first time, and this is Jakub's first time, and he's not scared.
That's fine, son.
Okay, come on, let's go. All right, Jakub, come on, dude. Come on, dude.
No speed for this one, hold on. It's gonna be another.
No balls.
And that's it. Yo, how'd you like that content? Oh man.
Oh, go for it. Yeah, go, 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 go. Nice. This is cool, dude. Come on.
Yeah. Alright, hit that little edge right there. Go.
What?
Alright. Alright, hold on. They're going. I'm gonna stand behind the jump though.
Ooh, little fight. Oh, that was big, dude.
Thanks, man. Whoa. Yo, you want to hit that rail? That's the easiest rail. You just go over it.
No.
No.
That's the hardest I'll give you, dude. I want you to hit it.
With skis, that's so easy. Cause
I
you don't
know
have to
what you
worry
mean,
about
yeah,
your
because you got to plan your edges getting
Yeah.
into that.
back. You gonna do it?
Break something.
You got insurance, bro. I got you. Yeah.
I'll try.
Okay.
Yeah?
Nice. I'm gonna get it.
Follow.
I'll go right next to you. Yo!
Let's go!
That's pretty good. Not gonna lie.
You got that?
I did. Whoa.
Oh. Sorry, bud.
Sorry. That hurt.
Yeah, take a rest here. Let's sit down. Jakub dared me. I mean, I dared myself, honestly, and I did it. And you know, this is why we gotta be safe. He hurt his rib. Take it slow now. There's something here.
I think they're all intact.
Show here. So we're gonna do that, and then after that, we're gonna keep hitting these parts.
Yeah, guys, try to be safe in these parks. I've seen a lot of YouTube shorts and Instagram reels that people really break their hip and their shoulders a lot. So Jakub is wearing hip pads, hip butt pads, knee pads, and wrist guards. And I only have hip and butt pads, so I'll try to get the wrist guard and the knee pads later. It looks really simple at times, but they are really scary, especially since this is our first time. And yeah, Mount Snow has some really good dedicated terrain trails, and they're huge. They're like really long, so you can really have fun at the end of the day when all the snow is chopped up on the main trails. We've seen crashes as we were going down, and yeah, guys, it's really scary. Luckily, Jakub's ribs were fine. Wouldn't do too many risky trick on some of the obstacles, but seeing people send big jumps and some cool tricks on these rails really inspired us to learn our jumps and just be comfortable with the parks, because they look like they're really having fun. Basically, we were kind of living life vicariously through their jumps.
From toe side to heel side, you have to like, you know, like Tony Hawk, you do, you press like the left trigger, and it was like.
All right, we're really making the best out of the day by varying it up and stuff. This run, the Fool's Gold wasn't the best like trail run to like.
It's good if you want to fly.
Yeah, and do like big jumps. But the other one that we went to, I think it was Nitro. It felt more like a playground when you like go into it. This time it was like us watching people sending it. Yeah. So that was cool to see. It's like, see, I think this is where we came through. Yeah, this is cool. Look at that.
Nuts.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, we're not trying that. Not yet. Not yet. But
when we're old, we're gonna do it. 50 years old, just
50. Like, yo, I think it's about time.
I think
we waited too long.
Yeah, I think we should start sending it.
That was my very first terrain park, and I can't believe I actually tried to do one trick, one of the obstacles, and I did it.
There you go.
And I didn't fall. I mean, I almost fell, but you know that would have been bad because someone was behind
me. It's all
me.
recorded. So.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
But to wrap up Mount Snow, it was a great experience, especially after discovering their terrain parks. Conditions could have been better because we had a lot of very icy, slippery trails in the beginning of the day. There were 2 runs, which were probably the best run I've had so far at that point. So I was really fortunate to finally get some good snow in the middle of the day and experience my longest black diamonds on good snow condition. But this mountain is pretty big, and we managed to explore a big chunk of it. Basically spent a good 7 hours of snowboarding that day. But yeah, guys, stay tuned for Okemo, because Okemo footages, holy smokes, probably the best thing I've shot this whole season. So stay tuned, and thank you for watching.
Bro, switch.
You're doing a switch?
Yeah.
Nice. Wanna hold this?
Oh shit. How's the switch? Are you switching right now? No, dude. Hey, people are just jumping here, dude. No, that's easy, dude. I could do that.